The year was 1947. It was a time of great change and uncertainty, a period marked by the aftermath of a world war and the dawn of a new geopolitical tension. World War II had just ended, leaving nations to pick up the pieces and rebuild. Soldiers returned home, families reunited, and the world began to heal from the scars of conflict. The war had left an indelible mark on the global psyche, a collective memory of both triumph and tragedy. Cities were being rebuilt, economies were recovering, and people were eager to move forward. America, victorious but scarred, found itself in a new era of anxieties. The optimism of victory was tempered by the looming shadow of a new kind of conflict. The United States was now facing off against the Soviet Union in a burgeoning Cold War. This ideological battle brought with it a pervasive sense of unease and suspicion. Technological advancements, particularly in aviation, were occurring at a breakneck pace. The skies were no longer the exclusive domain of birds and clouds. They were becoming a new frontier for human innovation. Amidst this backdrop of uncertainty and innovation, a new phenomenon gripped the public imagination. Unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, these mysterious sightings captured the curiosity and fear of people across the nation. Reports of strange objects in the sky began to surface with alarming regularity. Newspapers and radio broadcasts buzzed with accounts of these unexplained aerial phenomena. These were not your typical airplanes. Witnesses described them as moving at incredible speeds, performing maneuvers that defied the capabilities of contemporary aircraft. Witnesses described crafts with extraordinary capabilities, moving at incredible speeds and performing maneuvers impossible for the aircraft of the time. These accounts were both thrilling and terrifying. The term flying disc entered the popular lexicon, capturing the public's fascination with these mysterious aerial visitors. People were both intrigued and unsettled by the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Fear mixed with wonder as people grappled with the possibility that we were not alone in the vast expanse of the cosmos. The night sky became a canvas for both dreams and nightmares. This climate of technological advancement and Cold War paranoia created fertile ground for the events that would unfold in the summer of 1947 near Roswell, New Mexico. It was here that the most famous UFO incident in history would take place, an event that would become synonymous with the UFO mystery, forever etching itself into the annals of history and igniting decades of speculation, investigation, and cultural fascination. The Roswell incident was more than just a crash, it was the birth of a modern myth. The Roswell incident, as it came to be known, remains a subject of intense debate to this day. A testament to the enduring power of the unknown, it continues to inspire questions, theories, and a sense of wonder about what lies beyond our world. In the vast, desolate plains outside Roswell, New Mexico, where the horizon stretches endlessly and the silence is only broken by the occasional gust of wind, rancher Mac Brazel stumbled upon a scene that would forever alter his life and become a pivotal moment in the annals of UFO history. This discovery would ignite a firestorm of controversy, speculation, and intrigue that continues to this day. It was early July 1947, a time when the world was still reeling from the aftermath of World War II and the dawn of the atomic age. A powerful storm had swept through the region the previous night, leaving behind a trail of destruction and mystery. While surveying his sheep ranch for damage, Brazel noticed something unusual amidst the familiar landscape. He came across a large debris field, unlike anything he had ever seen before. The ground was littered with fragments that seemed out of place in the rugged terrain. Scattered across the ground were strange, metallic-looking materials that glinted in the sunlight, catching Brazel's eye. There were beams, seemingly indestructible despite their lightweight, and they had an otherworldly quality to them. Pieces of a material resembling foil, yet resistant to tearing, were also scattered about, adding to the enigma. Brazel, a practical man with no interest in sensationalism, was baffled. He had lived on the ranch for years and had never encountered anything like this. He gathered some of the debris, carefully examining each piece, and unsure of what to make of his discovery, decided to report it to the local authorities. The local authorities, intrigued and perhaps a bit skeptical, listened to Brazel's account and took possession of the materials. News of the rancher's find quickly reached the nearby Roswell Army Airfield, a base known for its strategic importance and secretive operations. The base was home to the 509th Bomb Group, the elite unit responsible for the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. This unit, with its history of handling the most sensitive and powerful weapons known to man, was now faced with a new and perplexing challenge. Given the secretive nature of their work and the unusual nature of the debris, military personnel from the base were dispatched to investigate the site. They arrived swiftly, their presence adding an air of urgency and mystery to the already strange situation. The debris field was quickly cordoned off, with military personnel ensuring that no unauthorized individuals could approach the site. All traces of the strange materials were gathered and transported to the base, where they would be subjected to further analysis. The incident might have ended there, another unexplained event in the vast expanse of the New Mexican desert shrouded in secrecy and speculation, had it not been for a press release issued by the Roswell Army Airfield on July 8, 1947. This press release would change everything, a press release that would send shockwaves through a nation already on edge about the possibility of visitors from other worlds, sparking debates, investigations, and a legacy of curiosity that endures to this day. On July 8, 1947, the Roswell Army Airfield issued a press release that sent shockwaves through the nation. The headline boldly proclaimed, "RAF captures flying disc on ranch in Roswell region." The release went on to describe how the military had recovered a flying disc from a ranch near Roswell, confirming the suspicions of many Americans who had been following the growing number of UFO sightings. The news spread like wildfire, picked up by newspapers and radio stations across the country. The public was captivated. Could this be the first concrete evidence of extraterrestrial visitation? Was the government finally admitting what many had long suspected, that we were not alone in the universe? The press release, however, was short-lived. Within hours, a new statement was issued by higher-ranking military officials, retracting the previous claim. The debris, they now asserted, was not from a flying disc, but from a downed weather balloon. The initial report, they explained, was a result of a misunderstanding and a rush to judgment. The public, initially enthralled by the prospect of a captured alien spacecraft, was left confused and skeptical. The swift and contradictory statements from the military only fueled suspicions that something was being hidden, that the truth about Roswell was far more extraordinary than what the official narrative suggested. The seeds of conspiracy were sown, and the legend of Roswell was born. The official explanation for the Roswell incident shifted dramatically with the second press release issued by the military. Initially, the public was captivated by the sensational news of a flying disc crash, sparking widespread curiosity and excitement. However, this excitement was short-lived. The military quickly retracted their initial statement, replacing it with a far more mundane explanation. The flying disc was no more, replaced by the mundane narrative of a crashed weather balloon. This abrupt change in the story left many scratching their heads. How could something as extraordinary as a flying disc be mistaken for a weather balloon? The new explanation seemed almost too convenient, raising more questions than it answered. This new narrative centered around the claim that the debris recovered from the ranch belonged to a top-secret weather balloon project known as Project Mogul. Project Mogul was an ambitious and highly classified operation, aimed at monitoring Soviet nuclear tests using high-altitude balloons equipped with sensitive microphones. The military insisted that the materials found were simply remnants of one of these balloons. Project Mogul, the military explained, involved high-altitude balloons equipped with sensitive microphones designed to detect sound waves generated by Soviet atomic bomb tests. These balloons were part of a broader effort to gather intelligence during the early days of the Cold War. The explanation seemed plausible, but it did little to quell the growing skepticism. The materials recovered by Brazil, they asserted, were simply remnants of one of these balloons that had strayed off course and crashed in the New Mexican desert. Yet, for many, this explanation was unsatisfactory. The initial excitement and subsequent retraction left a lingering sense of doubt and mistrust. While this explanation satisfied some, many remained unconvinced. The sudden shift in the narrative, coupled with the secretive nature of Project Mogul, only fueled suspicions of a cover-up. People began to question the motives behind the retraction and the true nature of the debris. The swift retraction of the initial flying disc story, coupled with the secretive nature of Project Mogul, fueled suspicions of a cover-up. Why would the military be so quick to change their story? What were they trying to hide? These questions lingered in the minds of many, leading to a rise in skepticism and conspiracy theories. Skeptics pointed to inconsistencies in the military's explanations, questioning why trained military personnel would mistake weather balloon debris for something as fantastical as a flying disc. They argued that the initial reports were too detailed and specific to be a simple mistake. The discrepancies in the official accounts only added to the growing sense of mistrust. The Roswell incident, once a source of national excitement, became a topic of debate and division. What was once seen as a groundbreaking discovery had now become a contentious issue, with people divided over what to believe. The incident sparked a wave of skepticism that would persist for decades. Was it a simple case of mistaken identity, or did the government, fearful of the implications of revealing the truth to the public, engage in a deliberate campaign of misinformation? The lack of clear answers and the abundance of conflicting information only deepened the mystery. People were left to wonder whether they were being told the whole truth. The answer, it seemed, was lost somewhere in the sands of the New Mexican desert, shrouded in secrecy and speculation. The Roswell incident remains one of the most enduring mysteries of the 20th century, a story that continues to captivate and intrigue, leaving us to ponder what really happened on that fateful day in 1947.